Tape marker, Obi-Wan Part 3 review, guys. Let's get right to it. Action! What's going on, Alamo City Movie Talk fans? I'm Ryan D, aka Ryan680.
I'm Angela Takarianj.
And this is Alamo City Movie Talk. If you have not already, guys, check out our other videos down below and be sure to hit that subscribe button and get that little bell notification for our latest movie review / TV shows like this one. Let's get right to it, guys. This is our review of Obi-Wan Part 3. Ladies and gentlemen, Part 3 review, and what a Part 3 episode this really was. We're going to be talking about spoilers. We're talking about everything, guys, so we're going to dive right into this sucker. We leave off where Obi-Wan is really struggling of where to go, where to find the route, where to go back to Alderaan, really. And, he makes this
sketchy deal.
Yeah, sketchy deal on the side to really trust someone that he has no idea who it is, and
we as an audience member knows that he's not the most trustworthy.
yeah,
because they had that little discussion about Jedi being worth more money.
He's a fake Jedi. Let's be honest. He's a fake Jedi. He's a con man, and of course Obi-Wan being where he's at in the state he's in right now, 10 years after Revenge of the Sith, where he's at, he's known to failure, and it's like he's given up all hope. And that's why A New Hope is going to rise. We get to see more him and Leia narrates the beginning of this intro, which I actually did love. I thought that was cute, man. What'd you think about that cute intro? It's like kind of Leia narrating this whole thing, and I thought it was real cute. It was adorable.
I still really like Leia. I really like her character and like her banter with Obi-Wan. It's really funny.
It's cute.
It's so cute. So strong-headed, and she's a leader, natural-born leader, fearless.
She's just like her mother, man, Padme. I mean, dude, it's just so real there, and we see these connections in this episode. This episode really see them really have a stronger bond together, and she understands, like, you knew my mother. You knew my mother. You know who my mother was.
She can sense. Yeah. So we get a little bit of like, we know her background as an audience member. She doesn't know.
Yeah, but she doesn't know she's a Force wielder.
I guess she has that sense. Starting little tingly senses.
I don't know. I mean,
she sensed in a scene a little bit into the episode where she even asked Obi-Wan straightforward, "You knew my mother." Yeah, because they had kind of talk out of their ass to get out of a situation with stormtroopers and everything. Yeah. And so she just could sense that he knew her mother, and so it's really interesting to see that direction. You kind of see those little tingles. Tingles out there, feelings, tingles.
Yeah, and they really try to trick these stormtroopers here. And I love that because we get to see this whole new plan, Mapuzo, until the Empire came in and took over. So we get to see that the Empire took over and they changed the whole world, these planets, these systems. They changed everything the Republic stood for. And we get to see that a little bit more. And we do get Hayden Christensen in the distance. We get to see him just staring him down at a distance.
Obi-Wan, you can obviously tell he's haunted by his past.
He feels haunted.
Like a failure because of Anakin. Yeah. He failed him. So I guess it's haunting him. Yeah. And now that he knows Anakin is alive and he can probably sense him, he's starting to have like those small little visions of the past. Like you say, he sees Anakin in the distance, Hayden Christensen, kind of staring at him, haunting him like a ghost from his past. It's great. Yeah. I love it. Because I was really curious. I was really curious. I knew Hayden was going to be in here. But I hadn't seen him yet, and I was like, is he in that, like, Darth Vader makeup? I don't know. But seeing him in that, like, way it was really cool to see that. And I'm really curious to see if we're going to see more of that in the future.
Yeah, more context as far as it goes. I mean, it's just a possibility. There really is. I mean, with makeup, they could really make him look younger. There's really a possibility here, or even so, just seeing an additional flashback that wasn't made in Revenge of the Sith that they adding on context to that. So that makes sense. I could see that could really make sense here. Also, we get to see the Inquisitors real quick bicker towards each other, and we get to see the third sister, which is played by Moses Ingram. And let's be honest here, guys. I know there's a lot of hate right here for Moses. Don't do that. Don't be that damn person to really, like, come on, man. We get it. You didn't like a certain character. I didn't like a certain character. I didn't like, I didn't like Moses Ingram myself in the beginning of this episode. And there's a little development here, so she's getting a little bit better. But even so, like with the new Disney trilogy, I didn't like Rose whatsoever. That doesn't mean I'm going to do a hate speech and call her all these racial slurs and do all this. Do not be that guy. Do not be that guy, that person to really go after that person.
After the person. Because, again, at the end of the day, she's just an actor.
She's clocking into work.
Playing a character. Again, she wasn't our favorite character, but does that mean I'm going to go into her DMs and say all these hateful things? No, these please racial don't.
Slurs and just,
she is a wonderful actress. Even Ewan McGregor came out and said, please don't do that. It's uncalled for. It's not necessary.
Yeah, he came out. That was really good by him to come out.
It's uncalled for. You don't need to do that. And I really like that we're seeing, like you say, more development of her character.
A little bit more.
Yeah.
We get to see the Inquisitors really go bicker against each other, and we get to see her really interact with Darth Vader a lot in this scenario. Yeah. And it does make sense, though. We do confirm the Grand Inquisitor is just a rank, which we kind of knew, sort of, but again, though, it's just me holding on to the essence of Rebels and to the whole essence of, like, he was so smart. Again, this didn't make sense to me. Whatever, fine, let it be. I'll let it go. Gosh, I'll let it go. But yeah, I mean, Darth Vader, oh my God. Darth Vader shows up here in a huge presence. We actually get to see him form his whole body, his whole self. How long it really takes for him to get into.
But all like the little pieces too, like all. I really liked. Detailed. It was very detailed. I really liked that. Plus, not only that, we also get to see him interact in that town. So he eventually finds the town, the camp, outpost, what you will.
Yes.
That Obi-Wan and Leia are at.
Yes.
And they're trying to smuggle out of.
Yes.
And he's there in the town. And he is brutal.
He is killing people. I mean, he killed a kid just like nothing, tore up his neck. And that was, I know this is hard to believe, guys, but especially with the time we're dealing with right now with so much death in the world and everything. It's just, with the Star Wars, I mean, I'm not going to say, I mean, it's good to see Vader really take crap from nobody right now.
We know he's this feared.
This is his prime.
Yeah, it's his fear. So, he's so feared in the galaxy.
Yeah.
But in the movies, we don't get as much of a sense of brutality, cruelness.
Not death.
But we kind of saw it in Rogue One a little bit.
Yes, Rogue One. Oh my God.
But now we're seeing it a little bit more. And it's really interesting to see, because this is why people fear him. This is why he is so, known. He's so known in this because of that brutality. And it's incredible to see it on screen.
Dude, it is. And his presence, everything.
And I think, is it James Earl Jones that he's voicing him again?
It's not yet confirmed. I'll put it on comments down below when we get further in.
Sounds
because
like
he's not confirmed in the IMDb credits, nor is he in the credits. So it's very hard. Right now I'm going to say no, but if that does change, obviously when the credits do come out and everything does in the season does, I'll put on the comments down below. But as of right now, I mean, Disney has the power to where they can just mimic that voice where someone else is talking. Software. Where Hayden, it could be talking and it sounds like James Earl Jones. I mean, we have that technology. Look at what they did with Tarkin. I mean, they have that technology. So, but besides the point, if it is James Earl Jones, God, it's so great and brilliant to see him have that strong voice.
And he has that
strong voice.
He commands a presence, and you can just tell. Even we don't ever see his face, but just the voice alone, it's just so. It's just so classic, he has just this commanding presence.
And also, we do get a little debacle here, a little problem where Obi-Wan gets stuck in with these troopers here. And actually makes kind of sense. And then we get a further context into why he's not using his lightsaber and why he's not using the Force. But he's using a blaster more, and it just seems like he's practiced a lot. It seems like he knows he's way more smarter with the blaster than what he has been. I mean, he was kind of using it in Clone Wars whenever he was losing his lightsaber, but
you gotta realize it's been 10 years. If he can't defend himself with the lightsaber, if he can't use that weapon to survive, he has to find other ways to survive.
And granted, he probably practiced a lot. And again, remember he just got his lightsaber back really just the last episode or 2 episodes ago. So I mean, literally, he just got his lightsaber back. He probably hasn't trained in so long. Now, with that context being in, I mean, we do get real quick before we get that showdown real quick, we did get a Jedi that is still alive. That it's funny because Obi-Wan in Clone Wars, not Ewan McGregor, Obi-Wan in Clone Wars did not like this character a lot, and we get a little essence. It really,
and it's funny because we know that they're trying to get back to Alderaan, right?
Yeah, and
supposedly this contact from this fake Jedi came through. And so she takes him to a safe house, and what do we know? We found, was it Quinlan? Dude, Quinlan, the Jedi.
He's a huge
from Clone Wars.
He's like the hipster / I mean, I would say he's just very mellow. He's very mellow, and he's like, "Take it easy, Obi-Wan." Like I loved his character.
And it's the exact opposite of Obi-Wan. It's hysterical.
Yeah, and Obi-Wan would complain. Like Obi-Wan would bicker. He'll sound like me. I'm like, "What are you talking about?" Obi-Wan would he just sounded like it was like a mirror really watching. He's like, "Dude, what are you talking about?" Like it's just funny because he was so straight to the book. And he's like, "We need to rush. We need to fight." And he's just like, "Yo, take it easy." Like it's just so different. And it was great to see that little Easter egg drop also there. How crazy he really is, because even in that episode where we first get to see him, the literally clone ship is literally above while they're landing in Coruscant. He just jumps off from the top and literally just lands. That's what I was like, dude, this guy's insane. Obi-Wan just like, this guy is just, he's out of this world. But to know that he exists, are we gonna see him? O'Shea Jackson is in here as cast member. Is he gonna play him? We don't know. I mean, there's a lot of speculation here. Are we gonna see him, Quinlan? And I'll be honest here. I want to see another Jedi. And if they choose Quinlan versus Ahsoka, I'm 100% okay with that, because we haven't seen Quinlan, and he doesn't really make a major. Again, in the books, he doesn't really make a major presence. But I mean, for the series, that could change completely. So I'm on board for it. Now going to the showdown, where we get to see everything really show and really, I mean, dude, there's so much fear in Obi-Wan.
So the big Vader. Climactic scene was that final ending where Obi-Wan and Darth Vader are showing down, throwing down. They haven't seen each other in 10 years. Dude. Obi-Wan is still in shock because he's even alive. He just found out he's still alive. Yeah. But he's also, it just brings back all these emotions. Like, again, he failed. He can't believe where he's come. Yeah. And I gotta say, that scene itself, just that game of cat and mouse. So and you see Obi-Wan, he has this fear. He's not, he doesn't want to fight him. He's not the Obi-Wan that we always known, even in Revenge of the Sith, because he was always brave. He was always he always had faith in himself. He's fighting Anakin. And true. I mean, remember Anakin? Remember in Revenge of the Sith too? I mean, he was like, but he's my brother. He was telling Yoda, he's my brother. I can't fight him. He's my brother. And I don't know if it's that. I don't know if it's just because he knows how evil he is, or if it's just very hard for him, because it's like, I don't know if it's that. I don't know if it's because he hasn't trained in so long as becoming probably everything. It's everything, right? Combined, and he doesn't know how to emotionally intact. I mean, look at it right before he lands on that planet. He's asking Qui-Gon for help. He needs guidance because this whole situation is screwed up. The Jedi are extinct. He needs help. We need a new hope. We need something, man. We need, no pun intended. We need something to really change the game of the Jedi. And that's the thing too, is that he wants to make Leia safe. He wants to take her to Alderaan, but at the same time, he doesn't want to jeopardize Luke either, because now that Darth Vader knows where he's at, he could sense his presence there now. So it's just he doesn't want... I don't know how he's going to do it. Anything could happen in this episode, but it's going to be crazy. And I can't wait to see the expectations here of what to expect, because that ending scene, though, where literally there's fire and he's making him burn, he's making him feel, he's doing the force pull. Yeah, so that was crazy. That was a really interesting, I guess, concept. That twist, really was. That was good. Where good Vader's writing. Seeking revenge by burning Obi-Wan the way he was. That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. That was good. That was good writing. And the way it was really done, that was really good. Thank you, Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau, because that's you guys. We know that's you guys. And at the same time, you were probably just like, okay, we're gonna make this small little twist. How are we gonna make Obi-Wan burn? Oh, a mining place where there's already fire essence, or maybe there's already that intact already, where it's not gasoline. Maybe there's some type of fuel there, or some type, and it really ignited the story itself and Obi-Wan at the same time. I mean, God, that was brutal. And then we see Leia, where the Inquisitor gets Leia. Yeah. So she makes it out of the end of the tunnel, ready to go meet the pilot, and nope. The pilot is dead. The Inquisitor, the third sister, is there to intercept and Again, we're seeing a little bit more development with the Inquisitors, which I do hope to get more context of. But again, though, we only have 3 more episodes of this. Why? I'm really curious to see, because I feel like there's so many little story plots. There's a lot that just you can't fit all of it in 3 episodes. And again, that brings us back. If this does well, which it's been being received very well, could there be an extension?
And again, it's funny because a lot of critics, just like us, have really said it, and I'm pretty sure you guys have said, oh, by the way, put on comments down below. What did you think of this episode, by the way? Because we really love to talk Star Wars here, so put on comments down below. But regardless, though, what you thought, what I thought, it looks like the majority fan base is really saying they really enjoy this episode. Just a minor detail, which was the Inquisitors. That was it. Was Ingram
nothing's perfect.
I don't have a problem with it. It was just, again, it feels very forced. With this one, though, it kind of seemed like she was less. It felt more natural. It wasn't forced. I guess the other Inquisitors, which is crazy because that's Han from Fast and Furious. I can't believe that's insane. Yeah. But seeing him in there, he seems more natural than Moses Ingram does, if that makes any sense there, because it just seems more he's like, I'm next
but I
in
think
line.
It'll change as we hear more of her story, because her character,
we're missing something.
Her character is very interesting because she has such a grudge against Obi-Wan. There's backstory, there's context.
Hopefully.
And I really hope that they touch on that, because that would add so much more to her character, and I really can't wait to hear more about that. I really want to hear it.
Yeah, if they don't, it's going to be just a waste. It really is, because again, and Moses Ingram, I've read other critics and they're saying this is the most flat performance of her. Again, this is just the episodes we've gotten out of it. But I mean, she was in Macbeth. She's if she's in Macbeth, I mean, God, I mean, she would not be in Macbeth unless she's a freaking good actress. There's no question about it. But again, though, not everyone has a great performance on every single movie or every single project. I can name countless movies where Robert Downey Jr. is not good, in not when he's not playing Iron Man, or anything like that. It's just these characters, and I don't think certain things like where they're just not written well when it comes to the script, or maybe their character didn't in tune well.
Yeah, I think that as I've seen more of her, I'm starting to be more interested in her character.
Definitely,
and I really want to hear that backstory. I really want to see how that unfolds. I really want to see what happens with the other characters we fall in love with, like obviously Leia, the Organas. If we get back to Alderaan,
this is even
Darth Vader. Like, I want to know what happens.
Yes,
and
Vader.
I think that so far, being halfway through the season, I think it's done a really good job.
I think this is going to be a taste to what's going to come. This really is, and this is not even the major showdown. We're gonna get another one. Maybe not the next episode. We're not gonna get one the next episode, but we're gonna get one the next one after that, episode 5, and it's gonna end. But we're not gonna know until the very last episode. But yeah, definitely, guys. All right, if you have not already, once again, hit that subscribe button. Thank you for making us a part of your day. Rating, Angela. When you give this episode a rating, I'm gonna give this a 9.5. It's almost a 10 because of that showdown, because of the story. It was very well directed here. Deborah Chow is just doing a marvelous job. She is. Gosh, they gotta let her do a Star Wars movie. They really need to let her do a Star Wars movie with so much positive vibes out of this series. That momentum needs to keep going. She needs to either be doing creative things with either another series or do a movie, I say. But that's just me. What do you think of this rating?
I really agree with you on the direction. I think she's doing a fantastic job. Yeah. Fabulous. I would give this episode an 8.5 just because... because I still feel like it's still setting up, and as great as that showdown at the very end was, I want to save the really good ratings for what's to come. So I think it is a solid 8.5 in my opinion. I still love the characters, love the direction it's going, and I know it's setting up for something so much bigger.
Good. I hope so. I hope so too. This has really changed the momentum of this series. I would say this is the episode here.
It did. It really did. I mean, and because who would have thought halfway through the season they have this showdown? Like, you would think that the first time they meet in 10 years, that would be the big showdown. But the fact that they put this little mini teaser, as you say, really changes a lot of it. And again, I feel like they're going to grow so much more. All the characters still have so much more of the growth that we need to see. And I can't wait.
Definitely, guys. Once again, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Thank you for making us a part of your day. Check you later, guys, and stay safe, San Antonio. Catch you later.